What's up everyone, Alan Thrall here at Untamed Strength Gym, Sacramento, California, joined with the Lion, Joey Szatmary.
Oh yeah! This place is hella cool.
Q&A during this lifting session, questions submitted on Instagram. Let's get into it. Zach Lefevre, how would you train someone that doesn't want to compete in anything, but just wants to be a badass 80-year-old one day?
I would figure out what they're interested in and program around that. You know, like, it's that simple. If you just want to train, pick stuff you like doing. I just made a kind of a story about the other day, like, as a coach, my biggest thing is keeping the client compliant. So I don't want training to suck. I want you to be motivated and excited. So if you have no aspirations of competing, just figure out some arbitrary goals that you have, program around that, and when they change, your programming can change, but just have fun and get after it. That's kind of, I think we're really in it for the long haul, is to be sweet 80-year-old dudes who are kind of jacked with a little bit of some loose skin going on.
Still collabing. Yeah, what he said, I think that making it fun and enjoyable is first and foremost. The best tip that I would have is, if I was training someone right now, regardless of their age, and they were like, hey, I want to be a badass who can do a lot and who is strong when I'm 80 years old, I would have them do a whole bunch of work right now. A bunch of different movements, you know, higher volume based on what they can tolerate, just getting them their work capacity to be as big as I could get it. And I think that the more you can do now, the more you can do later. So the more you can do as a 40-year-old, the more you'll be able to do as a 50-year-old, 60-year-old, 70-year-old. And unfortunately, a lot of people think backwards with that logic, right? As I get older, I need to start going to the gym less. I need to start doing less reps, and all that. And they just do less and less and less until they're not doing anything. So I think that doing a lot, and that doesn't mean, hey, we're gonna do 5 sets of 20 on the squats every day. Just cycling, swimming, lifting weights, jogging, running, whatever. Having them do a whole bunch now so they can do a whole bunch when they're older. Iron Pinup 666. What attracted you to Strongman over other strength sports? Weightlifting, powerlifting, bodybuilding. Were you a fan from the start?
Honestly, Strongman to me is just a ton of fun. And I think it's important when you're training to have fun. It's a big component, you know, to keep you in it for the long term. The thing I like even more about Strongman is the events are always changing too. So unlike powerlifting, weightlifting, or bodybuilding, where it's always basically the same lifts or the same competition, in Strongman the events change, so you have to train for something new, maybe something you're not that good at, or maybe you're in favor and it's things that you are good at. So I just find enjoyment out of that because of variety. And it's pretty badass in my opinion when you're carrying big chains around, or you know, huge odd objects that people can see and appreciate just from the way it looks, basically.
I think initially I got into Strongman, or what attracted me to Strongman was the application of my strength. I was spending a ton of time in the gym lifting a barbell, which I enjoyed, but I was like, you know, I can deadlift 405 on a bar for this many reps. How does this transfer into other things like picking up a stone? Can I pull a truck? Things like that. So it was more of, it was a fun test of strength, a test of all the work that I've been putting in. Joe's back there being a YouTuber. I'll answer this question because it's for me. Dark Horse Barber, would you ever consider partnering with someone to open more Untamed Strength gyms? We need more Strongman gyms in Missouri. Right now, I have no plans of getting a second Untamed Strength. I just enjoy taking care of this one Untamed Strength. And right now, it's to the extent of what I would like to manage. Eventually, yeah, I could see new Untamed Strength coming, but the second Untamed Strength would certainly start in Sacramento. It'd just be 2 locations, just to spread out the members and the equipment. Doing an Untamed Strength in a different state or international, no plans of that yet. Keller Robert B, what are some Strongman movements that you think carry over well to benefit powerlifters?
Yeah, so right off the bat, I'd have to go with deadlift variations that strongmen do that you probably don't typically do as a powerlifter. Alan's using an axle bar, so that'd be a fun variation you can throw in there. It's also gonna help with your grip, probably, so just some added benefits. Wagon wheel deadlifts are in strongman. You can do those instead of rack pulls. But yeah, there's tons of different deadlift variations that powerlifters should be doing from strongman. What do you think, Alan?
It's a good answer. I agree with the deadlift variations. I think additionally, there's not a whole lot of other stuff. Like all the other, maybe some farmer's carries, if we're talking about like strengthening your grip. So farmer's carries might be useful, but not too much Atlas stones and Cade carries, because that stress could just go towards more deadlifting. But I would say incorporating some conditioning. So maybe light strongman medleys. I think conditioning and just improving overall work capacity is good for a powerlifter, so that when you have super high volume blocks, you can handle all that work. How has your fame, you're almost as famous as Brad Pitt. How has your fame affected the growth of oh, he specifically said me, damn it. How has your fame on YouTube affected the growth of your gym? Yeah.
How has it affected my gym?
Yeah.
I mean, my gym has 800 million members. I'm living in the sickest mansion in PA, you know. I never
garage with a bunch of Lamborghinis and
yeah, here in my garage, you know. So no, honestly, what's cool about the YouTube channel is when the YouTube channel grows, it affects my gym growth, which is really cool. So I get a lot of fans from the channel that come and train at the gym, which is just cool for me to see. But honestly, I'm a regular guy. I live a regular life, and the gym's just my passion and, you know, something I really enjoy. So I try to share that with others, and you know, the people that are into it come train at the gym, or you know, I've impacted their training, so that makes me a happy man. Yeah, I don't know if my movie's coming out anytime soon, but if it is in theaters, check it out. Coach Joe, The Life of the Underdog.
For me, I don't know exactly how it's affected the growth of Untamed Strength. I don't have, you know, it's not every member that comes in and says, hey, I watch your YouTube channel, I want to sign up now. A lot of people who sign up have never heard of Untamed Strength until they search for something. So one thing that has helped a lot is indexing through Google search. So if anyone's in the area and they type in barbell, strength training, strongman, powerlifting, my YouTube channel pops up. They go to the first video and they say, oh, this guy's in Sacramento, and they come to the gym. So it's helped a lot as advertising when people search nearby. And I remember at my first location, had no members. There was a guy next door who had a karate studio, and he had people coming in and out every night. And I talked to him, like, how do you get all these guys to find you? And he said, oh, you gotta pay for ads. You gotta pay for Google ads. And he kind of showed me how to do it, and I was just like, I don't really want to do that. And so anyways, this is kind of like making YouTube videos is beneficial for people outside of the gym, but it's also, in a sense, the same thing as Google advertisement. That's how it's helped my gym most. Come on, Joe. Come on. This next question from Untamed Strength. What's up with these big oversized plates? What are you doing?
These big oversized plates, trying to look really cool, that's why. It's all about how you look these days. No, but these are wagon wheels, but they're cool because they're rubber. So the ones like my gym are steel, but these are nice just because maybe you can't use steel in your gym or something like that. So you have a huge bumper plate, and the thing that's nice about this, basically just mimics like a block pull. So starting to pull a little bit higher in my deadlift, it's actually a good sticky point for me. So on my second variation day, I like to throw in wagon wheel deadlifts just to get stronger in my weak point and build my deadlift. All the way out. Go, 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 come on! Come on!
Come on, Noah!
Got it!
Come on, come on, come on, come on!
Big hop, big hop. Come on, rush it in. Go, 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 come on, come on!
Come on, Noah, there you go! There you go, come on, dude. Good shit, dude. Yo, is that the 300-pound sandbag?
Yeah.
Dude, good shit.
Good job, bro.
The Amazing Wally, best way to calculate weight for accessory movements. I think that using RPE is gonna be helpful because it's hard to use percentages to say, okay, you're gonna do, you know, log press, use this percentage of your strict overhead press on a barbell or something like that. Or you're doing tempo close grip bench, use this percent of your 1 rep max. First off, you don't know your max for a close grip bench maybe. So anyways, RPE is helpful, rate of perceived exertion. So really just reps in reserve, how many reps are in the tank. I would, to be very simple about it, I would say, just try to figure out, ask yourself why you're doing this, what the effect is you're trying to get. If I was to say I'm gonna do a secondary deadlift, like block pulls, I'm only deadlifting once a week. I want to start deadlifting twice a week, and I'm doing block pulls as a way to just get accustomed to deadlifting twice a week. Then my block pulls would be easy at first, and I would just, over time, make them a little bit more challenging. So again, just kind of asking yourself why you're doing this.
Honestly, Alan, being a friend and coach of mine, has taught me a lot of stuff. We're very similar with our answers to these questions. So I would say, yeah, RPE or RIR. For the most part, anytime I do accessory work, it's always going to be higher volume rep ranges, just because, like he said, trying to chase the pump, trying to actually put on some size or muscle or attack a weak point. The thing that's nice about RPE is it's subjective to the day, right? Where if you're working off a percentage and say you're feeling really good that day, but the percentage says 75, but the stimulus you really needed was probably going to be higher than that, you're kind of capped by that percentage. So, and vice versa. If you're feeling really crappy and 85% is really 90% for that day because you're fatigued, then you're kind of going off program and it's not going to be correct. So that's why I like RP or IRs, because it's easy to track for how you're feeling that day and give you a good, accurate stress stimulus for the goals that you have.
John the Viking asks, what is one crazy goal you have in the weight room?
In the weight room?
Yeah, so in the gym.
I mean, pulling 100 pounds is a big goal of mine. That's kind of crazy to me because I never thought in my lifetime I'd pull 800 pounds. Outside of the gym though, I want to do an Ironman. So that's like my next big thing. Either I'll train for it in conjunction with strength training, or kind of after I'm done with the strongman stuff, I think I'll kind of take some more ultra endurance things that I can compete in just for me. I don't really care how I do, but it'll be a test of my mental fortitude and a totally different training style. In addition to the 800-pound deadlift, I want to log clean and press over 400 pounds at a lower body weight. So to me, it's like kind of like a world's strongest man weight to hit as like a middle weight 232, 242 strongman. It's pretty cool.
Skyline O'Brien, is there a total, meaning like a powerlifting total or something like that, or a certain max I should hit before competing in strongman? Thank you both for all of your help over the years.
Am I going?
Yep, I like you answering first.
Okay. For strongman?
For strongman, is there a total or certain maxes I should be hitting?
I feel like in strongman you should have around a 405 deadlift to get involved in strongman. Press would be 200 plus pounds. What else? Bench? I don't know.
Strict, or can I use my legs for the press?
You can use your legs. Yeah, we'll clarify that. It's something over 200 pounds with using your legs. What else would there be? Squat. I don't know. You don't like squat, but I would say probably squat 405. Like a reasonable squat for someone in strongman. You know. And probably be able to do a 225-pound atlas stone.
Yeah, I think so. If you were wanting to get in, I think those answers are perfect. I would say press and deadlift were the only thing that really, squat, whatever. Like if you are really good at picking some off the ground and pushing some overhead, I think you'll do fine. But yeah, I think that's a good 405 deadlift, 200-pound overhead. That will get you moving along nicely in any novice strongman competition. So, and I don't think that like a certain keg or sandbag or yoke walk, I don't think any of that really matters, especially because you're asking what's a total or max for someone who doesn't do strongman.
Oh yeah! Oh. Yeah.